Today I am heading off to Rottnest Island. I'll be catching a ferry over and bringing my e-scooter along for the adventure. I can't wait to cruise around the island, explore new spots and enjoy the ocean views along the way. Rottnest Island is a beautiful nature reserve island located just off the coast of Perth. Known for its crystal clear waters, stunning beaches and laid-back island vibes. It's one of Western Australia's most popular tourist destinations. You can catch a ferry to the island from a few different locations. Hillary's Boat Harbour, which is around 22 kilometers away, Fremantle at about 19 kilometers away, or directly from Perth City, which is roughly 33 kilometers from the island. I managed to get my ferry ticket at a discounted price through RAC Perks, which was a nice little bonus. I also brought along my e-scooter and e-bike trolley on the ferry, which cost an extra 18 Australian dollars per item. The process was super simple. You just load everything onto the ferry yourself, park it in the designated area, and then grab a seat wherever you like before the journey begins. The ferry departed right on time, and the ride over was absolutely beautiful. The weather was perfect, sunny skies, calm waters, and a lovely cool breeze throughout the journey. Around 45 minutes later, I arrived at Rottnest Island, ready to start exploring. Once I arrived, I hopped off the ferry, attached the trailer to my e-scooter, and off I went in search of some breakfast. My first stop was Dome Cafe, Rottnest Island, where I parked and locked up my scooter before heading inside for a beautiful meal. The perfect way to start the day before setting off on the island adventure. Quite a few people came up to me asking about my travel setup. An e-scooter with a trailer seemed to be a bit of a novelty, and I was more than happy to answer their curious questions and chat about it. It definitely turned a few heads around. After taking a look at the map, I decided to do the full loop around the island, which is approximately 22 kilometers. Now, my e-scooter can normally cover around 60 kilometers on a full charge, so a 22-kilometer ride around the Rottnest Island didn't seem too bad at first. But there was one small challenge. The island definitely isn't flat. It's full of hills. And I've also got quite a bit of extra load attached with the trailer and my gear. So at this point, I was keeping my fingers crossed that the battery would hold up, I'd make it back to the ferry on time, and hopefully not end up stranded somewhere in the middle of the island. It was time to take in the stunning aqua blue crystal clear beaches that Rottnest Island is so famous for. I am now heading off to explore the lighthouse perched along this beautiful coastline. With the lighthouse behind me, I am now making my way towards Cape Vlaming on the western side of Rottnest Island. It is almost 11 to 12 kilometers from here. If you love swimming, Rottnest Island has no shortage of stunning beaches to choose from. Every few minutes there seems to be another beautiful bay with crystal clear water calling your name. But today I am not here for a swim. I am here to explore every corner of the island. Rottnest Island isn't just about beaches and ocean views. The island also has several beautiful lakes scattered across the landscape. You will notice plenty of island tour buses driving around as well, which is another great way to explore the island if you prefer to sit back and enjoy the scenery. Riding an e-scooter around the island makes the experience feel so effortless. Instead of struggling through the hills on a bicycle, I can just relax and enjoy. It also gives you the freedom to explore so much more of the island, instead of getting tired halfway through and having to turn back because you simply can't pedal anymore. The island is also really well set up for visitors, with toilets and drinking water stations available at regular intervals along the route. I am currently riding along a narrow strip of land called Narrow Neck, and I'm about to reach the west end of Rottnest Island. And even though there's a loop around the island, I will eventually need to return back along the same path to continue my journey back towards the jetty. Going to park my scooter here and continue on foot to explore what makes this spot so special. Thousands of years ago, Rottnest Island was actually connected to the mainland before rising sea levels turned it into an island. Back then, local Noongar people could walk here by foot, and the island was an important place for hunting, gathering, and trade. My camera battery died at the worst time, but luckily the lovely lady at this coffee van let me charge it for a few minutes before I continued the journey. By this point, my scooter battery was down to 40%, which meant I had roughly another 17 kilometers of range left. That sounded okay, but there were still plenty of hills ahead to tackle before making it back. I was planning to do full island loop, but with the battery drawing faster than expected, I don't want to risk getting stranded. I'm taking a shorter route through the middle of the island to make sure I get back safely. And just as I was enjoying these beautiful lake views, feeling confident that I'd make it back with the remaining battery, I suddenly hear an unexpected beep and my scooter stopped. Yep, I officially ran out of battery. So there I was standing in the middle of the island, listening to ducks quacking around the lake with absolutely nobody nearby. Not going to lie, I did panic for a moment, trying to figure out what to do next. Then I realized my scooter has three modes: Eco, Drive, and Sport. I had been using Sport mode for 25 km per hour speeds, which was draining the battery faster. I then switched to Eco mode and it worked. It only goes up to about 11 km per hour, but I was just relieved I didn't have to push the scooter that last kilometer or two. And even though I was going half the speed, I still enjoyed the calm blue lake views and just the feeling of moving forward. Slowly but surely, I was getting closer to the village. As soon as I reached the village, I headed straight for the information center to see if I could charge my battery a little bit, just enough to avoid ending up at zero. The staff there were really helpful and let me park up and plug it in for a while. Luckily, I always carry my scooter charger with me for situations just like this, and it turned out to be a real lifesaver today. Now that the scooter is safely charging, I head out into the village to explore the shops and take a little break while I wait. The village at Rottnest Island is also full of quokkas wandering around, and they are surprisingly not afraid of people at all. After spending some time in the village and looking at the quokkas, I grab my picnic rug and food bag from the trailer and head over to the lawn area to wait for the ferry. If you are thinking about visiting Rottnest Island, I can't recommend it enough. Whether you want to swim, cycle, or just relax and take in the views, there's something for everyone. It is now time to board the ferry and head back to the mainland. Just like before, I will need to load up my scooter and trailer and get everything secured, and then find a seat for the ride home after an incredible day exploring Rottnest Island. It's been a really pleasant day, and I am finishing it off with some beautiful sunset vibes on the way back after exploring the island. We are now back at Hillary's Boat Harbour, and I'm honestly just feeling really grateful for the incredible day I've had. This lovely lady asked me if I had rented the e-scooter for the day, and I was very proud to say, nope, it's actually mine. And of course I told her, go on, have a try. And with that, my Rottnest Island adventure comes to an end. Tired, happy, and already looking forward to the next ride. Thanks for coming along on this island adventure with me, and I'll see you in the next ride.